Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Basilisk's development diary. I am Basilisk. As you can see, I'm not wearing the coat because it's now partially white because it's attracted so much cat hair. Oh my god. You're probably not gonna see my cat in this episode because I don't frickin' know where she ran off to, and you've met my dog. Anyways, yeah, I got a haircut recently and it came with a shiny cowlick. Fuck, whatever. I don't give a shit. Back to the point. Sorry if I seem a little scatterbrained in this one. I'm just got off of doing an episode for a show on my own channel, and it's been a long day besides that. Anyways. Okay, here we go. Alright, my apologies. In the last episode, we got done talking about Rothian. I actually took the time to get caught up. We have spoken about Edelenda, the Ithekal, Rascalar and the Raskithekal, Ilaren, and Etherion, I believe at the time, was the last topic of discussion, and Rothian. I thought about talking about Lycera, but I need to go and update some information on her. So this episode, I'm actually going to talk about, something else. The monsters I have developed at this point. At this point, there are 4 monsters. I'm not going to do the whole segment thing because the artwork has changed a bit. Rules for artwork have changed a bit. The artwork in the previous 3 episodes is actually out of date really badly. My apologies. It's been like 3 months since the 3rd development diary. Okay. Back to the point. We're going to talk about the monsters. There's 4 of them now. There will be links down in the description below. Unless YouTube has moved it since I upload this video, in which case, first off, fuck you, YouTube. Second off, it's wherever the descriptions are now. Because I remember it used to be over there. No, over there, sorry. My apologies. But, anyways, yes, the links will be in the description, and so, actually, I will just link to the monster page. At the time of this recording, I've developed all 4 of them, or 4 out of the 5 on the page. One of them was developed by Dementia. But I'm not going to talk about that one because that's not my monster. I'm going to talk about the 4 that I have developed at this point, and of course I will name them so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, actually, I will not talk about 4 of them because I already talked about the Zamni. My apologies. I have not talked about Etherion. It's not finished yet. We'll get to that later. So instead, I'm actually going to talk about the 3 monsters that I've developed since then. First off, let's talk about the Blood Moth. The Blood Moth. It is a monster made by the immortal Lycera. I will get into her in a later episode, and there will be lots of detail. Look forward to it. But basically, they're giant moth-like monsters that secrete a venom or an acid, whatever you want to call it, that melts your face off, and then they suck up your face for nutrients. I believe that's how it went. Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, they are mostly confined to an area of the Uskernia jungle. They're kind of designed to be, I'm going to use gaming terms for this, they're designed to be a high-level mob for players to fight later on in the story. If you are a noob, do not go to their area of the Uskernia jungle, you will die. No questions asked, they are vicious little bastards. Actually, they're vicious big bastards. That aside, they were actually created by Lycera as a prototype to the golden butterflies that accompany her now. But she wasn't able to control these, and she thought they were too dangerous to be just, following her around, so she cordoned them off in their little area of the Uskernia jungle. There isn't a civilization there, or really anywhere near it. Etherion is kinda close, but it's still pretty far away. That's really all I have to say about the Blood Moths. There's not much to them. They're just basically there to be a super dangerous dangerous monster for stronger, more skilled players. Next is the Skinflayer Tree, which looks like a reaping a red weeping willow tree. There we go. Okay, Skinflayer trees are evil. Basically what they'll do is they will sit there looking like a peaceful tree, and when you come down there with your significant other for a romantic time by the water or wherever, next under this tree, it will wrap its tendrils, which look like willow tree leaves, around you, drag you up into its upper branches, wring you out like a sponge, so that the blood coats the leaves, giving it that signature red color, and then drop your lifeless body to its roots, where it will then draw nutrients from your corpse. Lovely. Plus, if antagonized, they can get up and move around. So no, they are not stationary. These things really freak Jade out. I'm actually really proud of them. I am a bastard. Okay, but that aside, these things are... You are not going to take these out by yourself. I don't give two shits how strong you are. You will not take out a Skinflayer Tree by yourself. I don't care if you've got enough fire to burn down the freaking Sequoia Forest. You're not going to do it. They are sentient, they are evil, and they are strong. And they can move. For those of you who played Lord of the Rings online and gone to the Old Forest, think the horns, the evil trees in that, on freaking super steroids. And maybe possessing the Ring of Power. They are bad. These things are designed in order to be a really, really high-ranking monster for groups. They are really rare. You never find more than one within about 100 miles of each other. They tend to have... And you don't always know they're there. They tend to be sleepers. You only really know they're there if you manage to wake one up. And, yeah. So, not only are they rare and hard to find, you don't always know when there's one in your area until someone manages to survive an encounter with it. Instead, you might think these disappearances due to any number of other things in Idalos. You know, there's so many ways to die. 1,000 Ways to Die, Idalos Edition. New show. No! Okay. Anyways, with the Skinflayer Trees, you're going to want to have at least a group of about 5 people if you want to stand a chance. The more people you have, the better your odds. They are weak against fire, and the tendrils themselves are easily cut, but if you're close enough to cut a tendril, you're close enough for them to grab you and turn you into a sponge. So, I do not recommend it. Oh, plus, they carry the dead bodies around that they captured, that they killed. They carry the corpses around in their roots while they're moving. So, hey, that's going to be demoralizing. But yes, if you want to fight a Skinflayer Tree, grab a group, be a strong, skilled character, and have fun. And hope you find one. Those are going to be something you have to have moderator permission for, and you're probably not going to see a lot of them. I'm not granting... I will not grant 5 groups of people in the same city permission to fight a Skinflayer Tree within a day of each other. It's not happening. Sorry, but no. There will be other things for you to fight. There will be other things for you to do. I am not going to let you be bored. But that does not mean you get Skinflayer Trees every 2 minutes. Anyways. Okay. I thought I felt something behind me. Onward and upward. The next thing I'm going to talk about, and the last monster I've developed at this point, is the Rathian. The Rathian are an interesting case, as they are actually technically... Ow! Fuck! Just squeezed my finger. They are technically a race of Idalos. Much like the Ithakal, the Rask-Ithakal. They're made by Rascalar, and when she revived the bodies of dead people, unfortunately she's really fucking bad at it, and made a race of undead monsters. Now, there is going to be a playable version of the Etherion later on. That's still in development. I will talk about them later on. For the monster form, though, they're kind of like zombies or low-level undead skeletons. They're designed to be a fairly easy one-on-one encounter. Am I fingernail bleeding? Shit. No, okay, it just hurts like hell. Okay, they're designed to be a fairly easy one-on-one encounter or small groups. Kind of like bandits. You're going to fight a lot of Etherion and bandits at the low levels. However, unlike bandits, you're still going to see a lot of them at higher levels because as they get older, they get stronger, and as more of them get into groups, they get more and more dangerous. Etherion are not just something you can take out without giving two shits. You do have to think about it. That you do have to strategize, especially in large groups. In large groups, they are, in fact, capable of destroying villages, towns, and even cities. We're really going to get into that more. I'm really going to get into the Etherion more when I talk about the playable version. But for now, just be aware that you're going to see a lot. You're probably going to want to fight. These aren't rare. They're all over the damn place. They aren't controlled by any force. They desire to. They're a hive mind. They share a goal. They can tell where each other are. Things like that. Their goal is to assimilate all of the other races. Rathian, let's say you're an Avriel, the flying angelic race. Let's say you're one of those and you get killed and turned to a Etherion. You're not going to be able to fly still. But you're still going to look like a Etherion. Not a Etherion. A dead Avriel. Avriel? Definitely have to do an episode on them too later. Shit. Okay. But yeah, their goal is to assimilate all the other races of Idalos into their hive mind. They even want to assimilate the immortals, and since they are technically a race, they actually do, from my head at least, have the potential to kill an immortal. So that could be an interesting plotline later. Anyways, let's yeah. With that, I actually don't have much to say about them until I get to talking about the playable version of their race. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed this little development diary of mine, and I will see you all in the next episode where we will talk about some more stuff. In the meantime, this has been Basilisk, and I will see you all then. Thank you, and good night, folks.